tech side. I got a copy. Let me see if I can find got a copy of the link for the show. There's Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy, do me a favor. Share the show. Copy the link. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat you just left. I'm not sure how all that shakes out, but let me. Yeah. Okay. So. Well, that sucked. Sorry, guys. The internet hiccuped over. It just blipped over here. All of a sudden, it said your connection was interrupted. The sun never sets on American exceptionalism. Good to see you this morning. And he says X is the best platform. I am a fan of X now. I'm very much a fan of X now. Okay, it just said connection lost, reconnecting. Y'all let me know. My internet is not cooperating. So I'm if y'all want to hang out and keep watching the show, I'm gonna. Okay, it looks like it reconnected. And so you guys should be able to hear me again. Let me know if that's true. Mention in the chat. Are you getting me now? I hate to do this, but I'm gonna watch me for a second. I need the live. Okay. So we should be back. This is frustrating as hell. If it breaks again, then I'm just going to call it a day and go check the connections and the everythings that I can check and try and figure out what went wrong. In all fairness, it may simply be the fact that I live in the middle of nowhere and we're not guaranteed absolute. Well, I pay for the internet connection. There should be some guarantee. So I might have to make a little noise about that. Anyway, how pro 2A are you? Well, me, I am. This is not what I was looking for. What the hell are you? Why? This. Let me see if I can fix this nonsense. Yeah. There we go. That one. Oh my God. Nothing wants to work right. How pro 2A are you? Me. Driving the tank off back of the trailer. Right. How pro 2A are you? Oh, that's a little man on the back of that trailer. How pro 2A are you? M28 Davy Crockett nuclear recoilless rifle. Don't like guns? Don't buy one. There. That wasn't that easy. Right? Yeah. Hey. How pro 2A are you? I am that pro 2A. So let's get back to the story I was talking about. So some grocery stores in Alabama and Oklahoma now have an American rounds vending machine. Cleveland.com reported on the vending machines, noting they are currently in 6 locations and use artificial intelligence technology to verify a buyer's identification and age through card scanning and facial recognition. And that right there, like I said, there's a lot to love there. How 2A are you? I am definitely let me buy ammo from a vending machine pro 2A. But The machine collects your identity. The machine, you have to put your driver's license in it. You have to put your card in there to be scanned. And then you have to dance around in front of the camera for a 360-degree facial scan for facial recognition to verify your identity matches the card for age verification. And then you get your ammunition. Oh, yeah. Let's watch this. Let's watch the video real quick. I love the idea.
I'm Grant Majors. I'm the CEO of American Rounds. We are in Pell City, Alabama at Fresh Value grocery store.
Real quick, since we had some problems already, y'all let me know if you're getting this audio because I want you to hear this audio. So as soon as I'm going to let it play. As soon as I see a comment that says no audio, I'll shut it down.
Installing the first ever automated retail machine for ammunition. The stores were really the inspiration for it. I mean, they knew their customer base and they came to us and thought this would be a really good opportunity for their customer base. There's a lot of hunting community here in Pell City and thought that their customers would love an opportunity to be able to buy ammunition here at the store.
We're super excited to offer, what we think is the first ammo kiosk. We're always looking for ways to give our customer another reason to come visit our stores. Anything that we can do to help them make their shopping trips easier based on the feedback that we've gotten just from customers today. They are so excited about us having the ammo kiosk.
We're getting ammo!
One of the ways we're changing the landscape of ammunition sales is to make it more available. Being able to move into a place like a grocery store, supermarket makes a lot more available to the public. But we're taking a different approach to it. Traditionally, ammunition is sold at outdoor type stores, your sporting goods stores, and it just sits on a shelf. It's very accessible. Because of that, there's a high rate of theft. But with our machines, as you can see here, we have a very secure automated retail machine. We're able to age verify. We scan a driver's license. It then takes 360 facial recognition for the purchase and matches it to the ID. So the machine.
And there's the problem. Okay, I love the idea. Y'all, I keep reaching for the hotkeys, but they don't work while I'm in the studio. Those are only for the OBS program. Sorry. Okay, so right there. I love the idea of vending machines spitting out ammunition, but only if I've got to walk up there with like a sack full of quarters, and then I dump in my sack full of quarters, and then I pull the little handle, right, and it throws a box down into the tray, 100% mechanical. It doesn't even plug into the wall, right? No power, pure mechanical, like the old cigarette machines that you used to have at Waffle House and in bars. You give me an ammo machine, an ammo vending machine, where I throw my money in there. No bills. It's got to be all coins because it's got to be 100% mechanical. No electronics, right? I'm in. Put them in every Waffle House, Walmart, and Walla Walla, wherever you put them, right? Remember, clearly, some of us remember the cigarette vending machines. I had breakfast with Cameron Friday morning, and we had breakfast at a Waffle House, and this is one of the things we actually talked about, kind of because we haven't seen each other. We've both been busy as squirrels trying to shit a pineapple. We haven't seen each other in probably a month and a half. In fact, the last time I saw him was when we shot the last ballet, which was the first weekend of May. And on the so he was shot the ballet because I had somewhere else to be. That Sunday I had to go pick up camera equipment from him. Anyway, we talked a little bit about, man, remember when we used to do this when we were teenagers, and you went into the Waffle House when you're 16 or 17 and you brought your own quarters, and you go to the machine, you throw your quarters in the machine, you pull the lever, and then you leave before somebody has a chance to ID. And you bring your own damn quarters, because if you go up to the register and ask for change for $1, they're going to ask you for your ID. Even if you don't say, I need change for the cigarette machine, they're going to ask you for your ID. Right? Well, I had a problem with that. Because I was 16, 17 years old, I wasn't legally allowed to buy cigarettes at the time. And damn it, I wanted them. Who the hell do you think you are to stop me? And let's be clear, when I was 16 or 17 years old, I had a problem with that law for personal, selfish, really unintelligent reasons. Right? Even if I wasn't in the headspace where I'm bragging a little bit about having quit smoking after almost 30 years of smoking, this is something that intelligently thinking about, I have to admit, at the time, I had selfish, unintelligent, unconsidered reasons for disliking the law that prohibited the purchase of tobacco by people under the age of 18. It's 21 now, I think. And when I was 18, I went to Alabama to see some buddies and went to buy a pack of cigarettes, not knowing then that the age was 19 in Alabama. And I had a bit of a run-in with the cops in Alabama that time, because basically there was a cop in that gas station, and I tried to buy cigarettes, and the attendant asked me for my ID, and he said, "You're not old enough to buy cigarettes." So, fuck are you talking about? I've been 18 for like 9 months. Well, yeah, but that's not 19. You're talking about 19. But now that I'm older and wiser, smart enough to quit smoking, I've also read the Constitution, like a lot. And much like the point that I'm going to see, I know that was a lot of anecdote and a lot of tangent, but much like the point that I'm about to make constitutionally, vis-a-vis these machines, and we'll get to that in a second. There's not actually a constitutional argument to be made here, unless we'll get to that in a second. The cigarette, the age of majority as relates to the purchase of cigarettes or any other substance, alcohol, etc. And no, this is not an argument that children should be smoking and drinking, but rather the fact is this. These are rules that are put in, they're state rules, but if you know your history, you'll understand that, like for example, the drinking age being at 21, that was achieved through the federal government using highway funding money and threatening individual states explicitly with having their federal highway budgets cut unless they change their drinking age from 18 to 21, right? It was literally the case that the federal government, which is supposed to, read the 10th Amendment, be subordinate to the consensus and consent of the individual sovereign states, extorted the individual sovereign states to achieve their desired outcome. Now, there was never an age verification mechanism on a cigarette machine. And again, if I had a cigarette machine, basic mechanical, coin only, no bills, no electronics, and I get to walk up to it, and it's like there's my 9 mil, there's my 223, there's my 5.56, there's my 7.62, and there's my it's not on the desk anymore. I gotta get my 50 cal back round back out on the desk so I could wave it at the camera from time to time like I used to. But yeah, walk up, pull the chunkin puller, get my box of ammo. I'm in. But this, Alex said it best. You talk about a Fed honeypot. Let's give this company, American Rounds, the benefit of the doubt for the sake of argument for just a moment. Let's assume that these guys are based AF, 100% on board, down for the struggle, constitutional originalists, and it just didn't occur to them what they have done, and they're not at all involved with the feds. Well, the likelihood that this machine is not connected directly to the feds, and creating a de facto list of firearms owners is literally zero, because the only way for the machine to have an artificial intelligence assisted mechanism which scans your ID and examines your facial recognition data and then makes a legal determination on your eligibility to purchase firearms related munitia, which includes ammunition and various accessories, because I believe these machines are talking about selling accessories as well, which, that's going to be, I doubt you're going to get a $10,000 freaking night vision ACOG out of one of these, but it might be like, some middle finger okay sign iron sights. Y'all have seen those? I'm a big fan. Or I guess they go like that. Yeah, you'd get a set of those for one of my ARs. That'd be fantastic. But the likelihood that they're able to do that age verification using your driver's license, et cetera, without having a direct connection to the feds is zero, because they have to be, in order for that verification to happen, the machine is scanning either the barcode or some equivalent QR code on your ID, and then connecting to a network, a network database, a networked database which contains the references that AI examines to determine your eligibility. And Waller just popped up and said any attempt to collect biometrics is an attempt to compromise privacy. I would take that a step further and say that any instance where the government is able to even observe your private data without obtaining explicit consent or a warrant is a crime being committed by a government agent. Unless it were to turn out, unfortunately, that the guys that own and run American Rounds are themselves federal employees or federal agents, FBI guys in civilian clothes, doing a honey trap like the Whitmer kidnapping scheme or Ruby Ridge, unless it's or January 6th, unless in those three and many other cases that it's actually a bunch of Fed boys running the operation, then in theory, the commercial operators involved here are not committing a crime. They're, let's see, I suppose if I'm being very generous, they're betraying their customers unintentionally. They're committing an unforced but generally innocent error. So I think that's probably the most generous I can be in that. Waller says 12333 violation. I'm not familiar with that one. Are you trying to reference UCID 18 section 243? 242 is deprivation of civil liberties. I believe 243 is conspiracy to commit deprivation of civil liberty under color of law. And Cindy says they will argue by buying from that vending machine, you give consent. Correct. And to be clear, to be very clear, I cannot say this for a 100% metaphysical certitude, but I can just about intelligently guarantee you that before you put your card in the machine, in fact, the way it probably works, oh, okay. Got you, Waller. Got you. Oh, damn it. You derailed me. Oh, okay. To Cindy's point, I could just about guarantee you that the way it works, in fact, it says here, let me switch back over to the video real quick and show you and see if I can get, damn it. I'm going to try to get, let me see if I can, he just did it. There, perfect. Right there. It even says in order, tap, choose, verify ID, purchase. So here's what happens. You walk up, you tap the screen, it initiates the transaction, right? Then it gives you a touch screen menu. Okay, I'll take a box of 9mm and 2 boxes of 223, right? No, I don't want the wad cutters or the hollow points or the special stuff. I want the cheap shit, plinking stuff, because I'm just taking this back to the farm to target practice on some steel plates. Cool. Okay. And then it says verify ID. And I can just about guarantee you that the way that works is you're not confronted with anything you have to sign or agree to until after you've made your selection. So your consumer heart is already kind of dedicated to the proposition of making that purchase. You essentially, psychologically, you've already purchased the ammunition, right? And then it hits you with the disclaimer, right? Disclaimer. By continuing to purchase, you consent to the ID verification process, which includes the automatic submission of document number XYZ to the ATF for the purposes of, and it should be phrased this way, of being covertly coerced into surrendering your Fourth and Fifth Amendment protections. And then they send off an illegal form to an illegal agency, which will then illegally interrogate your private information, simultaneously violating the First, Fourth, Fifth, 10th, amendments at a minimum. At a minimum. There's a good argument to be made that it violates your Sixth Amendment rights as well, because the initiation of the violation of your Fourth Amendment legally implies the accusation of the commission of a crime, which creates the existential position of there being an accuser. And so anytime the government is granted access without your explicit informed consent to any of your private data for any reason whatsoever, the Sixth Amendment says that you have a right to face your accuser. And so a government agent should be sent to stand in front of a judge and argue and explain how they have secured against all reason and law the right to violate your privacy in that circumstance. Guys, I love the idea of a vending machine spitting out ammunition, freedom seeds. You know, if I could trade quarters for freedom seeds, I'd be in a great mood. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this one a great big nice try, Fed boy. Nice try. Now, that doesn't mean that it's easy to buy firearms or ammunition in other places without getting yourself on a list somewhere. You know, in theory, gun shows don't allow you to have cameras in the gun show, but that doesn't mean there aren't security cameras mounted in there. So, you know, even a gun show, somebody knows you bought something, right? Probably your best bet is to buy lots of ammo and move out to the middle of nowhere. And, yeah, be safe that way. Right? One of the things that I love about my new house, I have very long, clear lines of sight out my front door. Not hard. Not hard. All right, guys, that's about all I got for you this morning. I appreciate you joining me. I apologize for the technical difficulties we suffered earlier. I just shit happens, I guess, but little hiccup here and there, but we got her done. This is going to be one of those mornings, I think, where the show just kind of abruptly stops because we had to switch over after having some trouble. So I'm going to try. Nope. There's no. Yeah. Got to work on the studio situation. So thanks for watching today, guys. We love you, and we will see you tomorrow.